A lot to talk about. What are you talking about, Andy? I'm talking about the Merseyside derby, idiot. It had goals, red cards, bust-ups, controversy, and I'm going to talk all about it. Absolute sickener, I'll start off by saying. So I'm just going to vent first because this happened last night and I kind of went to bed soon after. I'm just lying there like, fucking stupid. And I even woke up this morning like, So I'm going to vent first, and then I'm going to try and frame it all in a nice, composed, let's not lose our shit sort of manner. Absolute sickener. No two ways about it. All right, it's done. Still stings. It's been a while since we conceded a last-minute leveler. Fucking Jagielka. Jagielka comes to mind. But the only difference in that was like, with the Jagielka one, we absolutely deserved to win. With this one, that's what I'm more annoyed about, is that we didn't even bloody play well. We didn't play well, and a draw was, you could argue, a fair result. Yet it all seems so terribly unfair. So I'm not going to dwell on too much individual moments. But there's a few things I just want to get off my chest. So let's talk bullshit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get a bit petty here for 30 seconds. I'll put 30 seconds on the clock. First bullshit, the foul that Everton got leading up to their first goal. I mean, you know, absolute dive.
Bullshit.
Number two, the foul that wasn't given on Salah 3 minutes before their equaliser. Like, I could forgive it if it's like, okay, different ref, different day, you know, all this sort of stuff. Okay, some refs will give that, but it's the same ref.
Bullshit.
3, the fact that with 20 seconds left of injury time, 2 Everton players clatter into each other and give themselves an extra few minutes to pull something out of the bag. Yes, we should have defended it better, but...
Bullshit.
I was a fan of both our goals, obviously. Maka with a header, unbelievable. And then Salah with a goal and an assist on a game, again, that he didn't play great in. Still bags a goal and an assist. God, that man is end product personified. But you know what? I had a feeling. I had a feeling when I saw Mo Salah running off after scoring that. Because I was like, I just got flashbacks of like Spurs, where he beat a million players and fired it into the roof of the net. I'm like, I think there's still time. You know what I mean? When I see Salah running off that joyously, I get nervous. When I see, unless it's like the 96th minute, when I see Salah with that sort of like, yes, I'm like, I've just seen it before where I'm like, oh, there's got to be a sting in the tail now, isn't there? Maybe that's the pessimist in me. But when I seen him running off and it was like 75 minutes or whatever, I was like, still. And that goal very much came against the run of play. Everton were kind of all over us. That second half they played great. You know, bunch of bastards all the same, but like it was a frustrating game. It was frustrating that we didn't play well. It was frustrating that there seemed to be some bad calls in the game. Who was the ref actually? Hi, I'm Michael Oliver. You might remember me from such gaffes as Maka gets a foot in the chest and Pickford takes out Van Dijk for a season. And if I can, just dwell on the end of the game. So if they get their goal, I'm like, shit. And then you see, and then you hear like, oh, Liverpool, I'm not happy. And I'm like, okay, what is it? And then I'm like, okay, first offside. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, as soon as I see the picture, I'm like, oh, he's off. Oh, I was like, Everton's still celebrating. They have no idea. Oh, it's going to be so sweet. They think they bloody won it. Why is there a green line? They were supposed to bring in semi-automated offsides this year. And then they were like, oh, we'll bring it in January. And then they're like, we won't. Like, all right. So now it's reliant upon... I mean, when the lines are that close, it's like... You have to argue it's just a judgment call at that point by the VAR, you know. And like, you can't say that it's not going to come into their minds of like, oh, I'm going to be a villain here if I take this away from them now. Last minute equaliser for Everton at the last Merseyside derby at Goodison. I can't have that on me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's what happened, but it's got to factor into your decision making. So they bottled that. So we've established that. So they bottled that. Then it's like, no, Liverpool are unhappy with a foul. I'm like, what? What's a foul? Give me something. It's like I'm constantly just waiting for the commissioner to come out and be like, no, we are gonna restart this match. You know, one of those. Just help me, VAR. I'm desperate. And then I'm looking. It's a possible foul on Kanate. I'm like, okay, yeah. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, that's a foul. And I let myself, it's the hope that kills you, because I actually let myself be like, haha, that's a foul! Like, thinking like, great! That wasn't given either. You know, in hindsight, if we'd have scored, not me, if we'd have scored a last minute equaliser or winner and it was chalked off for that, I'd be like, that's petty. But weird, I don't think the same in this situation. And I'll admit, the fact that it's Everton, like, it doesn't hurt me more, the fact that it's Everton, because I'm in Ireland and I'm not surrounded by Evertonians. It's been like, lad. But it doesn't hurt me more than any other random team, any other mugs. But in Liverpool, I know it's different. Well, I mean, I don't know, but I'd imagine it is. Let's talk about the afters. So I did what I always do when a result doesn't go my way, and as soon as the full-time whistle goes off, I'm like, right, off. I don't want to see them celebrating. And then I'm getting texts in the group chat being like, fucking Curtis Jones. Like, they're not Liverpool fans. Fucking Curtis Jones. I'm like, what happened? And I'm going back and I'm seeing people scuffling. I'm like, what happened? And so Decore, was giving it all this in front of the Liverpool fans. Curtis Jones was like, what he said. What he said. Shows Decore. There's a lot of handbags. Everyone's piling in. Someone throws a water bottle. It hits Pickford in the face. That was brilliant. I mean, if I have my general football hat on, I'm like, yeah, you can't be doing that. But as a tribalistic Liverpool fanatic, fucking get in, Curtis. Right, so he's sent off. Decore at least got sent off as well, prick. Then Slot gets a red for an aggressive handshake.
Shake your hand. I'm going to shake your hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
The ref was like, yeah. Oh. So, you know, it was fiery. But you know what bothered me more than the draw was just our lack of cool. You know what I mean? Like, okay, they're all like, first of all, don't give them the satisfaction. They're already been like, we're 15th, Don't give them the satisfaction of getting in a tussle, be like, rattled, Just don't give them the satisfaction. All people watching at home wanting Liverpool to slip up and like, just don't give anyone the chance. I'm like, don't you realise that's what they want to see. They want to see arguments, red cards, or as people always say online, head loss. Now, you know, if you see, it kind of is a snowball effect. Like, Curtis sees Decore trying to mug off our fans, so he mugs off Decore. Then the Everton fans try and mug off Curtis Jones, and then our players, mainly McAllister and Darwin, the South American lads, straight in there. We're like, hang on a sec, hermano. But then the other part of me is like, fucking get in, lads. You know what I mean? I'm so torn. I mean, like, stay cool and composed, and also be like, yeah, Aaron, fucking tell him. Yes, Curtis, get him. Yes, Verge, say it. Yes, Harvey, say it. You know? Chill. Just chill. Ref lost control. Ref lost control. But, you know, you could argue a fitting way to end the derby at Goodison. Okay, so that's the vent over, I think. Still raging about that Salah foul, but fine. Vent over. Here's why it's actually a brilliant thing. With more points on the board. I would always rather points on the board than games in hand. If anything, it was too much of a mouthful to be constantly saying 6 points clear with a game in hand. 6 clear with a game in hand. So now we can just say definitively, yep, we're 7 points clear at the top of the league. Like, if we could just put what happened into a box, right? You just put everything, all the shit that just happened. Just put it all in the box. All the emotion. This fucking ref is bollocks, he's cost us again. That's a bullshit last minute winner, it was definitely offside. Everton celebrating 15, what a bunch of twats. All of it in, all the emotions, all the chargedness, the disappointment of conceding the last minute winner, just put it in a box, right? just put it over there. All right, that's over there. That's done now. So we put all that to one side, and we're like, okay, where does that leave us on the table now? Oh, fucking hell, we're 7 points clear. Huh. Imagine Arne Slot taking over at Liverpool, you know, back in the summer, and everyone been like, where's Arne Slot? Why hasn't he started work yet? You know, all this sort of stuff, do you remember? And then, like, okay, he's coming in. Yeah, he's going to meet the first, he's going to meet some of the first teams. A lot of them are still away, but he's going to get in and do his thing. And everyone's like, okay, yeah, you know, dissecting his interviews. Like, yeah, I like the sound of this guy. Yeah. It's like, and someone sidles up to us and goes, hey, you want to see into the future? Yeah. Let me show you how things are looking in February. Like, okay, great. Are we in the hunt for Champions League and are we still in a few competitions? Like, yeah. 7 clear. And City are down there. Okay, well, where are we in the chat? We finished top of the league in the Champions League. FA Cup, I don't care about that. Don't even tell me about that. What about the Carabao? We're in the final. We'd be like, ha. So, I'm trying to keep that sort of mentality. You know, it feels weird to mourn adding extra distance between us and second place. You know what I mean? Like, that's what happened. Mourning an extra point gained on our rivals. Our injury hit short man syndrome rivals. And what is it I was saying? I was saying a few weeks ago, 11 wins, 4 draws and 2 losses still win us the league. And since then, I think we've won 3 and drawn 1. So let's just have a look at our upcoming schedule, because we have famously have 5 in 15 days, so that's 1 down. Next up on Sunday, we're home to Wolves. Brilliant. Get us back to Anfield. Then 2 away matches, away to Villa on Wednesday and then away to City on next Sunday. Then we're at home to Newcastle, at home to Southampton, and oh, would you look at that, at home to Everton, April 2nd. Good luck. I mean, that is going to be, I'm actually laughing. I'm preemptively laughing at what a massacre that's going to be. But I'll wait until then. Just hold it in until then, because redemption is just around the corner. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. The usual stuff, if you can subscribe, that'd be great. If you want any merch or anything like that, the link is below. If you want to join the FPL League, the link is below. I know I never talk about it, but I will actually talk about it. Until then, enjoy the rest of the week. I hope this video helped in some small way to process your emotions. It helped me. Nobody in my house was interested in hearing about all the injustice, so this was therapeutic for me. I hope it was somewhat therapeutic for you. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll see you after the next match. Up the fucking